I'd like to show you a new tool that one of my students sent me that is a very useful database management sandbox of sorts. So it's called db-fiddle.com. It's just a website with the database emulation user interface. And so what you've got here on the left-hand side is your schema creation space, and on the right-hand side you have your query SQL space. So make sure you have your correct version of MySQL selected. This also accommodates PostgreSQL and SQLite. We created our databases with MySQL version 5.7. Now this is useful if you want to try out database manipulations without executing them on a production server. So this becomes a nice test environment. Or also if you happen to run into some software issues, if you're not able to access your MySQL server workbench, you can build SQL queries here and not fall behind on assignments. So if we're looking at the CIT 111 class, week 11, assignments 5 and 6, where we're creating the 4 select queries for each of the databases, this is another way you can do that if you aren't able to utilize your MySQL workbench. So to show you how to do that real quick, you need to open up an existing schema build with data. I'll provide those as needed. So open that up, copy all of that script here into the left-hand side. And over on the right-hand side, we can execute queries on this virtual schema. Now, one thing you will need to do though is, since you're creating a specified database schema, in this case Perfect Pizza, you need to tell it to use Perfect Pizza. Otherwise, it assumes you're still using the test environment. So just type your quick query in here, run that, and it executes it just as if it were a database built in MySQL. Pretty darn cool. Again, if you don't happen to be using, if you forget to use Perfect Pizza here, that'll probably work because I've already told it to. Yeah, it thinks it's looking for test customer. There is no test customer table. So you need to specify your schema either here in a use schema use statement or in your select statement from Perfect Pizza dot customer. So either one of those will work in order to specify your schema right here. Okay, that's a nice little tool. It'll help you from keep you from falling behind if you happen to run into problems with your MySQL install.